Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22. So, over the winter in the game I have managed to, make a little bit money and buy a few used equipments. So, for example, one of those nice things is this John Deere 8R, which is a fantastic machine. I also had to buy a few extra things for all this grass work, so windrower and also some more movers, so now we can do much more work and quickly. And yeah, at the moment I have one field that needs to be done as well, so I just finished windrowing and everything. So let's see what we can take from here. So it's really dense, and yeah, the AI is coming in with the with the trailers, so we can nicely get everything done very quickly. So I have enabled the auto drop, which means that one bale doesn't even get done when the second one is ready. So yeah, it's very quick to get the full bales here. Amazing. So yeah, I did need to use AI quite a lot because it was so much work. And I also cut down a few trees near my farm building just to make a little bit extra money. And yeah, I also got really big cedar, which I have back in the farm, which is amazing. It helped a lot in February, March time when I had to sow a lot of fields. Now it's mainly like herbicide and fertilizer type of spraying that needs to be done. So again, I'm using AI on different field to do the herbicides and one other field for sowing, because otherwise it just takes forever to get everything done. Now it let me take everything good. This mount is so huge. Wow. Take all the grass. Sometimes I have to move around a bit. So yeah, for the time when I haven't really made any recordings of the game, I actually have spent quite a lot of hours. So we're talking about more than 10 hours doing all the missions and stuff to make more money. And yeah, so if I go back to the field view, so all the fields that are now colored is something that I've been sowing or working on. Yeah, it's a lot. Of course there are many still left. They're still plain. And yeah, the field 50 that I bought last time, this is now grass, because I decided that having grass is probably more profitable. It's interesting. I thought this one was set to work. It seems that they didn't see the field again. It's one of the problems I often see, that they forget to see the fields for some reason. A small bit left. Okay. So yeah, when the AI is doing the fields that are not square, then they often miss a lot of stuff, and sometimes the message is cannot find fields. So it's something that probably can be improved. in the future, but not sure if it will be done in FS22. It will more likely be something in future versions maybe, because it requires a lot of AI rework. It doesn't let me get it from me. I have to see if I can windrow it back in, because I don't want to lose any grass just because of the game thinks that I'm not supposed to use these lands. So yeah, we'll put the windrow back on and try to make it nicer. Also when I'm here, let's make it straight so we can pick up all of that. And a few places that I missed in the middle, so I can easily kill this. Stop the baling. We park this baler right here, and then we can go and get the windrow and try to get everything into the area that we have access to. So the way all of this works is a little bit strange. So it kind of lets you cut outside of the allowed area. And then it lets you do even windrow in that area, if you are, of course, yourself inside the correct one. But what happens is that everything is still wrong. It's outside of your baling area. So let's see if I can force it to be more inside. And of course I did go against. Now it should be more manageable. Might go over once more just to make sure it's on the field. So this windrow is really wide, so definitely helps. Turn off until we get there. So I will pick up the bale. Yeah, the other bales are kind of getting on the way. I have to find a way to get everything back to our farm easily. Third-person view is always easier in this game. The mirrors are not aligned in a way that it would be easy to use. Probably one of the biggest things I don't like in the game, that the mirrors are kind of aligned in a very strange way and you cannot position them by yourself. So if you think about real life, you always keep the mirrors in a way that they help you. So yeah. So now the bales are gone, so we can easily access everything. Don't need that far. So now it will be definitely inside the main field area. I might for a while even leave those right here in case the field 18 or 19 will be available for the silage. The silage is usually quite a lot of money. So sometimes even like close to the main farm I just cut some grass and make it into the bales. So on the trailer, 2 of the bales are actually from our farm. But because I don't use the silage for anything, then we can just sell it together with everything and make a bit more money with that. And yeah, winter time, because I have the 3 days per month. In winter time we had quite a bit of snow and I could play around with the snow physics. Of course, I was kind of hoping for a bit more than what I got. It's like when you're piling everything up, you would expect that the piled snow will take much longer before it melts, but actually no, it melts exactly as quickly as everything else. So it does feel a little bit unrealistic, especially like when you have really high mountains of the snow. So yeah, it was like February day. I was like doing a lot of snow work in front of the farm, and yeah, I piled all the snow up in like one corner, and then very suddenly all snow was gone, all of it. So yeah, I was a bit surprised that there's like no decay function inside. It's just on or off. But otherwise it was kinda fun to play around with that. So yeah, you can push it around and scoop it up and whatever you want to do. So definitely when you're playing with more days per month, then you can enjoy more snow. It's this kind of seasonal element. Okay, so we are right here, so let's get ready. So we have 9 bales. I think 6 are only required for the mission, maybe even less. Yeah, pretty much once the 6 were gone, then the contract was also finished. So the rest was just pure profit, which is good. And yeah, I did install few mods. So super strength, so I can move some of the stuff by hand, because I tend to get stuck a lot. And last time when I was doing all the lumber stuff, it really got stuck. So I decided that it's probably much easier for me to just use the super strength and move stuff around that way. And also now I installed the refresh contracts button, just in case some of the contracts are really wrong or broken or whatever, so I don't need to reload the game every time. Of course, I will try to get all those done first. Let's see, 85% that one, so let's see. Okay, so it kind of got stuck like usual. So happily we have a lot of herbicides, so we can take care of everything ourselves, I guess. So yeah, at times I have to like finish all the missions by myself, because the AI isn't very good. So let's see. Okay, so it is all this line and this line. Yeah, again, I misplaced my fingers on the keyboard. So come on. So once we get into the unherbicide area, like here, then we can just run through. Yeah, so it's nicely getting it done. So there is a small section that it doesn't cover, and I'm not even sure how the AI managed to get there and not do this part. So it's very, very strange, because it was going up and down the same direction as I'm moving, so yeah, it should have never been happened like that. So yeah, with most of the fields I usually do it once it says that contract is finished, and I just leave it as it is, and then it auto completes everything. So this way I don't spend too much money on the contract side. And for the AIs, I'm letting them to buy all the seeds and stuff except fuel. So if they use my tractor with my fuel, then I don't mind if my fuel gets low. Like in this tractor, the fuel is getting kinda low, and with another one I already had to fill it up, as it was very, very empty. So how many percent? 94. Yeah, I might need to go on the upper edge and try to do some work there as well. So what we can do is we can do the limited one right here. So 3 wide. So it should be exactly what we need. I like this sprayer. It's really, really good to use. Yeah, very soon we're done. Very, very soon. And then I have to check what happened to the one that plants the potatoes. Probably again it saw that the field is finished and quit. So that field is not the best in shape. Yeah, I did try out some of the radio channels before. Honestly, it feels like regular radio, not good. Like all the pop music that doesn't really excite me. So yeah, I'm fine with like classical or EDM, but pop is just too much. Okay, come on, it should finish very, very quickly. Just waiting for the last percent to finish. The area that is already done. So let's head back to the full bed. Because yeah, we have just tiny bit left, about 0.5% or so. we go, finished. And this 21,000. You always need something like that. So we have few more for the herbicides, which is good. So closest to us, 35 is there. It's very close. 48 is quite close. And yeah, I can see that it stopped in the very similar location like before. So I have to reset it. So yeah, 35 is probably the easiest to take up now. Just accept, because we are already here. So let's see what we can do. Okay. This field is really nicely hidden away behind everything, so we'll cut through next to this house. So I'm not really willing to go any other way. So the road is a little bit strange that goes there. It's a bit too far. This should do. Okay, so as this fertilizing and spraying, I mean, one new mission came up, but there's absolutely nothing for this work here. So yeah, maybe I should just take this tractor back home. And yeah, in many cases I also tried to test out some other machinery. It's quite nice, and I think that my friend has stopped again. Yep. I need to do this direction, because I think they only have very limited set of directions what they can do. I feel that the mirrors are too much off. So yeah, from that one I would like to see exactly what's happening on the sides. And the middle one, at least I should see something on the back, with just the sky. And the other one also should be more on the sides, so I can see if there is anything like close to my back wheel or for the trailer or whatever. Yeah, in the base or in our farm I really haven't done much other than cut down a few trees. I will deal with the AI probably soon. So yeah, in this corner I took down many trees. Few of them were quite big, so I made maybe about 30 grand. And yeah, I mulched this area as well, so no bushes or anything. So maybe later on in the game's life we can start maybe putting something here or making something here. So it's kind of an idea. So this type of trays, they were kind of unnecessary. So what else has happened? Because for me it's like very long time. Yeah, I got this cedar here. It's really massive one. Yeah, I really like it. So yeah, it fertilizes the same time, and it's really wide. So it goes very well with the new John Deere tractor. Then I've been selling a few of those crates manually, which is very tedious work because with the front loader it takes too long, and now the pallets from after the update are too big to really put them on the truck by hand. And yeah, the chickens, they have been living quite well. So they have multiplied a few times. So there's group of them 3 months of age, so halfway through the puberty. Then the latest set is 1 month old, because every 2 months we get 50 new chicken at the moment. And yeah, those are 13 months. So again, after a month, they will give us 50 more. And those chicken, after a month, will get ready. So after 3 months, we should be getting not 50 more chicken, but 100 more chicken. Also, the sheep have reproduced. So now they're already into second round. And the new calves, not calves, the lambs are 1 month old and 12% through the puberty. So, yeah. And then the grass bale is always next to them, so I don't really need to worry too much. The only thing I'm like having in my head is that maybe I should buy the spinnery, so maybe I can make more money out of all the wool that I'm collecting, even though at the moment it probably isn't too much. Other industries, I'm not really sure if they make any use for me. What do we have? That one finished as well. Okay. Because we can buy carpentry, which is good for making furniture and stuff. Then what else can we buy? Bakery, which requires a lot of fields and stuff, which I don't really have. Grape processing unit requires grapes, obviously. Oil mill, again we need different crops. Biogas, I don't really need much of it. Grain mill, again we need grain and stuff. Sawmill, again lumber work, which, I mean, I don't really have a forest anywhere, so it's not like too easy to do. Then cereal factory, yeah, not much to do. Dairy place either. So pretty much the spinnery is kind of the only place that I might want to buy. But it's again a little bit expensive. So let's pop by and check the actual price of this place. So it's 60,000. So I mean, it's not too bad because we almost have the money. And yeah, so maybe by the next episode I have bought it, because it's probably making some profit in here. So I will quickly go back and see what. Okay, decent defense. It's typical AI. Not the first time I find them doing something like that. In such case, I think we can finish ourselves. It will be a lot quicker than setting everything up and letting them to secondary. So after this one is finished, then a few more spraying fields for me left. So I will try to finish as many as possible. Yeah, slowly grow the farm and make it more interesting. Because the end goal is that I want to have everything, like all the fields, all the production lines, and hopefully like own all the production buildings. Okay, good, saving. So yeah, this contract is now finished. And field 53, which one is that? 53. 53 is that one. It's actually quite good, so I might want to do that next. So yeah, I will accept it and run there by myself. So yeah, thank you for watching, and hopefully next time I have more updates about what's really happening in here. So yeah, see you next time. Bye.